Yo, check it out. The Presleys are checking out this house, a whole year after the last owners bailed in pure terror. And get this, the estate agent is trying to sell it to them for dirt cheap, but the Presleys ain't buying it. They're all like, why is it so cheap? What's the catch? Hey, welcome to Real Savant. We've got all the latest movie recaps and reviews, with some sweet commentary to boot. Come hang with us and level up your film game. Don't forget to like and share our stuff, and hit that subscribe button so you never miss a review. So the first night in the crib, Kevin hears some noise up in the attic. He grabs his phone to check it out, and out of nowhere, a ghost pops up. But get this, the ghost ain't ready for Kevin. He tries to scare him, but instead, Kevin just laughs in his face. And poof, the ghost is gone like the wind. Ha! So Kevin goes back up to the attic and starts shooting the breeze with the ghost. But get this, the ghost can't even talk, and he don't remember nothing about his past life. So Kevin decides to give him a name and calls him Ernest, because that's the name on his dope bowling shirt. But when they're getting into it, Kevin's big bro, Fulton, comes barging in like a bull in a china shop and starts harassing him for his phone. But out of nowhere, Ernest steps in and helps Kevin out. What a G. Then, Fulton finds a video on Kevin's phone of Ernest when he first saw him, and he shows it to their pops, Frank. And wouldn't you know it, Frank starts a freaking YouTube channel for Ernest, and they start recording more vids of him. They even convince their mom, Mel, that they can make bank off this ghost, and soon enough, Ernest and his fam become legit internet sensations. So Kevin's in high school now, and he meets his neighbor, Joy. And get this, she calls his house the House of Death. What a buzzkill. But things start looking up when Kevin's video of Ernest goes viral. And wouldn't you know it, he bumps into Joy at the library and she drops some knowledge on him. The house's former owner, Ernest S., used to live there from 65 to 71. But now, he's living it up somewhere else. Next thing you know, this cable TV medium named Judy Romano rolls up to film a meet and greet with Ernest. Kevin tries to help him be scarier by showing him some horror flicks. And it works. Even Judy's crew start freaking out, and Judy herself straight up jumps out the freaking window. And wouldn't you know it, the post of her reaction goes freaking record-breaking viral. So, Joy tells Kevin, we gotta take Ernest out to this bar where the old owner used to chill. Maybe it'll jog his memory or something. To which Kevin responds, say no more, Joy. Let's do this. And wouldn't you know it, they start unraveling the truth about Ernest's past. They find a pic of him chilling with the old owner of the house. And then Ernest becomes fixated on some little blonde girl at the park. Creepy much? But then, this Dr. Leslie Monroe comes knocking on Frank and Mel's door, spilling some tea about an old CIA program she was running called Wizard Clip. Their goal was to catch a freaking ghost. But when they got busted and the cost of the program was made public, they scrapped it and made Dr. Monroe the scapegoat. She starts warning Frank about how dangerous Ernest is. But Frank's like, nah, we ain't trying to hear that, lady. And he straight up throws her out. Oh snap, y'all! That viral vid of Ernest and the park girl caught the attention of the freaking CIA. And wouldn't you know it, they break into the Presley's house to try and catch him. But Kevin, Joy, and Ernest were already on their way to freaking Oklahoma to find the old house owner. Talk about a wild goose chase. The next morning, the Presleys get forced into doing some appeal to catch the trio. And where do they see their own appeal broadcasted? On a freaking convenience store TV. And then, to top it all off, they gotta outrun a bunch of police cruisers. But they finally make it to the old house owner's crib in Oklahoma, and he starts spilling the tea about Ernest's past. Randy, aka Ernest, couldn't handle his wife's death from giving birth, so he turned to drinking. He ended up leaving his daughter with the old house owner and disappeared. But wouldn't you know it, Ernest makes himself visible just as the freaking CIA swoops in. Talk about bad timing. Back at home, Kevin is feeling down in the dumps, but then Frank mans up and apologizes for being a selfish prick and putting the family in danger. He even admits that Kevin is a better man than he is. Now that's some real talk, y'all. Meanwhile, in the CIA facility, some aggressive agent dude is wearing a trigger pin that suddenly jogs his memory. He remembers how his old friend's wife took off with June, and he killed his friend with a nasty blow to the head. Talk about a serious case of amnesia. And wouldn't you know it, Ernest's not cooperating. So they're all up in his grill. But Dr. Monroe steps in and helps him out, because she knows he's got some goodness in him. And then, out of nowhere, Ernest S. shows up at the Presley's house, ready to kill Kevin and help Ghost Ernest get his revenge. Talk about a freaking wild ride! But don't worry, Frank and Ernest team up. No, not that Ernest. And tackle the dude out of the freaking window. That's what I call a happy ending, y'all. So the CIA are on Kevin's back, but he keeps his trap shut tight like a clamshell. Later, we see a flashback where it's revealed that Kevin and Frank were the ones who helped Ernest reunite with his long lost daughter, June. And it was such a tear jerking reunion that Ernest was finally able to find peace and bounce from the afterlife. With that ghostly business all wrapped up, the Presleys are ready to move again, but this time, they're only going a few miles down the road. And in a twist nobody saw coming, Kevin and Joy are now an item. Aw, young love. We're thrilled to share our thoughts on this unique and entertaining film, which follows a family that discovers their new home is haunted by a friendly ghost. But when the ghost's past comes back to haunt him, the family must team up to help him confront his demons and save the day. If you enjoyed our discussion, be sure to hit that like button and share this video with your fellow movie buffs. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting movie news, reviews, and discussions. Thanks for being part of the Real Savant community, and we'll see you next time for more thrilling movie adventures.